Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of Doctor Strange Surgeon Supreme Issue 6. And I enjoyed this one. My only real problem with it is, this was the end of the run, and I didn't even know it until I got to the end and read the letter in the back, and I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. But we still are given a fitting conclusion to everything that we have had going on with Doctor Strange up until this point. So we see Madame Mask, and she pretty much explains what her whole kind of deal was. Her objective was to get Tony Stark to love her, and that she was using the blue ocean strategy of business, mainly pretty much trying to create a new demand and a new market space, and was going the more mystical route because she couldn't really beat Tony on a technological level. Makes sense. He's a tech genius. Granted, she could probably come up with some cool kind of things, but she's not really going to be able to match him level to level. Reed Richards would have a better shot at that and could potentially. It kind of depends. Different kind of wheelhouses and everything, but Tech's Tony's domain. So she decides to go into here, pretty much using her whole weapons factory kind of mindset and going through and getting through everybody and supplying mystical weapons and everything, breaking into strangers, uh, Machina Forge, and doing her whole kind of business. Like, oh, okay, that is not what I was expecting, but interesting. And Ludgate's like, what the fuck? What the hell's going? Okay, that's fucking kind of weird, but do you? And she figures out that Ludgate and Strange were using technological kind of means, so she pretty much puts the call out for her people to take out any kind of illusion spells or whatnot. So then we switch to Doctor Strange, who's like, "Yeah, I knew the jig was gonna get up eventually, but this is kind of getting nutty." It's pretty much dodging around as pretty much everybody's using some kind of mystical weapon made from his forge to kind of take his ass out. He's able to dodge him and everything at first, but he then thinks, all right, what I need to do is find the source of Eldritch energy for Krill City and shut it down to a point that everybody can't really deal with it, because this place has a magical field that allows people to pretty much commingle, even though they're from different kind of planets or dimensions that they normally wouldn't be able to commingle at. So he pretty much decides to knock back the magic by like 90% to pretty much put everybody in a position where they're like, I can barely breathe, so I'm not gonna go chase after that motherfucking wizard. So he's able to uh, get back together with Ludgate and says, okay, we pretty much have to communicate non-verbally because atmosphere and everything, and Madame Mask probably has atmospheric filters in her mask, so we gotta kind of have to watch out. She, of course, shows up with pretty much a mystical bazooka at that point, be like, yo, eat my ass, kind of shit. And it's like, yeah, I'll take this shit out. So, Strange and Ludgate were pretty much talking about beforehand that she's probably got some kind of kill switch in everything that she makes, so that way it can't be turned against her. Definitely would make sense, being an arms dealer that she's kind of become. And their idea is pretty much that, okay, I gotta read her mind, but in order to do that, I pretty much have to go astral projection. And of course, while Strange is thinking about this, he's like ruminating on if he can trust Anthony Ludgate, and he's like, you are an arrogant prat, and it doesn't matter because I'm your only option, you ass. So Ludgate pretty much pulls up a shield. Strange goes into astral form and goes into Madame Mask's head, which is really fucking creepy. Artwork style really has been fitting the kind of mystical craziness that goes on, and this was just fucking nuts of seeing like weird images of Tony in armor and shit like that in her head. It's like, oh, this bitch be nutty. Paraphrasing pretty much Strange's ideas of what's going on. Like, all right, cool. This is a mad woman's idea of love. As he goes and asks, like, oh, okay. Tries to kind of find the whole thing, and it's like four images that he has to kind of have to figure out. But he's like getting wrapped up in tentacles while Ludgate's having to deal with like other people, pretty much putting him into a position where he's got to take down the shield and take out the one dude as Madame Mask is getting ready to pretty much use this kind of mystical axe to kill Doctor Strange first, because she's smarter that way, and like, I'll kill you second, as she's attempting to take him out. But Strange has been able to see what the images were, which were really kind of weird images that still dealt with Tony. He's able to do the spell, all of her shit everywhere that she's made is kill switched, and she's like, oh crap. And Stranger's won the day. He gets back out. He's like, I'm going to avenge my friend and do this. And you think he's going to do something pretty nasty, but he's like, I'm still a doctor. Justice must be done. And he has this special mask that would cure her insanity, or she could just go and have to deal with pretty much everybody and their demon grandmother coming after her ass because all of her weapons are shit tanked. And she doesn't take the mask. She's like, screw you, and goes off, and she's going to have a lot of trouble with all them people that she screwed over. So, good for her. I kind of would have found it interesting to see if she would have taken the mask. That would have cured her insanity. And I'm glad that Strange gave her those options. And he's like, alright, let's get out of here, Ludgate. He's like, alright, what do we do now? Well, I get out of here. I move the Machina to a dimension that only I can get access to. And I buy you a coffee and everything and figure out what happens next. And that's where it ends. I'm like, huh, that was a nice kind of conclusion to this story, and at least to this comic book at the moment. I hope they do some more stuff with Doctor Strange. I'll have to kind of keep my feelers out for what's going on, but this at least did a nice conclusion of the arc, and I'm good with that. That I was not expecting this to be taken out, but understanding with the recent events and everything, certain comic book lines are going to get pretty much the axe, so I understand that. I just really enjoyed this and hope that we do get another Doctor Strange solo series at some point. And if not, work him into some team stuff and everything. I mean, Strange Academy I understand out there as well. He could always pop up in there and all that, but I've been really enjoying what his adventures have been entailing in here, and I think you get the right creative team with the right writing and the right art, and you got something good. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.